Hello. Happy New Year. Welcome back to the Fierce Kittens channel. I was just looking at my planner for the year. I have a ton of ideas for things to do this year, but today we're going to talk about double-sided tape and how it can be applied to your sewing projects. A lot of people don't know about this tool. It is awesome. So let's get right into talking about it. So there's two different kinds of tape that I'm going to talk about today. There's wash away tape that you can use mostly for clothing. It's a lighter weight tape. It's not extremely tacky to the touch. And then there's leather tape, and leather tape, as far as I'm concerned, from a bag making perspective, is a necessary and very essential item to have in your sewing room. I actually have them in 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch sizes. They're great. These are very strong tapes. I mean, they're meant to hold leather, and there's a bunch of ways that you can apply these. Now, what I would say about the wash away tape is you can try it if you want. And the reason I've mentioned this is because maybe people who are watching my channel aren't bag makers. Maybe you guys make clothing, and that's awesome. Sometimes I dive into clothing. But this is best for clothes. I cannot hem anything in knits without this. I don't use it as much if I'm doing woven clothing, but for knits, this is king. For the area where the side seam hits I know I'm like pointing at my armpit, right? I'm trying to get the words out where it meets the sleeve seam, anywhere in sewing where you would have a 4-way stop is where you want to put this tape down. And especially for clothing, you need to use the wash away. For bags, you don't really care if you have leather tape stuck in there. If anything, it's a little more structure to the bag. But again, look for those crossroads and those points where you don't want a seam to shift, because even if you're using a walking foot, especially when you're making bags, you're going to have so much bulk that it's going to be difficult for the machine to kind of feed it all evenly. What the tape does is it keeps the fabrics from shifting from each other, but there's other uses for it too. So let's go into those as well. You can use the wash away tape for the zippers if you want. I mean, again, like I said, it's great on fabrics, but I don't feel like it's strong enough for holding the zippers. So instead, I actually reach for the 1/4 inch leather tape in order to help get zippers kind of stable and stay in place. So lay the zipper down the way you want it and then flip it over so it's out of the way. And then I take the the leather tape, and I actually stick it down on the fabric of the pattern piece where I'm going to want to put the zipper. I feel this is a lot more stable than putting it on the zipper tape itself. Then you're going to remove the paper covering, and what that's going to do is reveal, well, of course, I'm struggle bussing, reveal the other sticky side of the double-sided tape. And it's super tacky, so be careful. Then take your zipper and flip it over and down, and then just carefully line it up and press it down into place to keep it where it needs to be. This is an awesome trick to use if you aren't terribly confident with zippers, or if you're working with a lot of bulk and think your zipper might shift a bit while you're stitching it down. I use it all the time. I like to have a nice, firm, straight zipper. And you can see here, the leather tape is super strong. It's awesome stuff. Okay, now let's say you have a handle or a strap connector. The 1/2 inch tape is so good for this. So have a line down the middle and then put the tape, the 1/2 inch tape, right over the middle, press it down, snip it, all that fun stuff. The 1/2 inch leather tape is perfect for this because it will allow you to have a really strong adhesive to hold it down. I know some people actually use fabric glue for this, but it actually is a lot less messy. It's cheaper because God knows fabric tack costs an arm and a leg and another leg. But the leather tape here actually holds this glitter vinyl pretty well, as you'll be able to see here in just a moment as I kind of hold it up and throw my Yeah, that's why you put the safety down, by the way. But yeah, look at it. I'm just flopping it around. It's not popping up or anything. This really helps me have stable straps while I'm sewing straps and connectors. And of course, more zipper fun. It's great for the ends of zippers. So here I have a zipper that's going to be for a crossbody bag pattern I'm going to be putting out soon. But I use it to keep it so it doesn't shift, because sometimes I feel like clips just aren't enough, but it holds it steady enough so that I can get these zipper tabs on there and cap them off very easily without making a hot mess. And of course, if you're doing something small like a coin purse or a bag that's got a zipper at the very top of it, which we have a lot of bag patterns that are like this, you're going to encounter having to do these side seams. And sometimes it's really hard to make sure that those ends are lined up and you don't have this really weird shift. This is where the 1/4 inch tape comes into play. I take a little bit of that 1/4 inch leather tape and keep it together so that those seams don't shift while I am sewing it, because sometimes even with my walking foot, it's just too much. And again, like the wash away tape, again, I'm holding here, just isn't strong enough to really hold it when I have the zipper in there and all that bulk. You know, it's more for clothing. So there you have it. It was short and sweet and to the point, but that's something that I strive for in my channel, is having videos that don't spend 10 minutes with advertisements and stuff before getting to the actual meat of the video. Please feel free to leave information down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Are there things that you would like to see me do? Other techniques you would like me to teach, or questions that you might have? I do have a laundry list of things that I'm going to be doing this year. And like I wrote all of this stuff down just over the holidays, brainstorming all the things that I want to do with the YouTube channel. And one of the things I've actually decided to do is to go more into embroidery. So I'm really hoping to kind of hit that note soon, because I have permission from Hatch Embroidery and Wilcom to do tutorials on their software. So that's going to be a really fun one. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time.